Hey everybody, it's Mina. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to lengthen a pair of pants using flexi lace hem tape. I love using this technique whenever I need to lengthen a pair of dress pants. So what I did is I went ahead and I took the hem out, gave the pants leg a really good press. Then I took the lace and I went ahead and I pinned it to the bottom of the pants, right sides together. Now, after I did that, I went to my sewing machine and I just sewed the bottom of the pant leg. I sewed the lace onto the bottom of the pant leg. And remember that the lace is on the right side. I'm sewing the lace to the right side of the pant leg at the bottom. All right, so after I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over to my pressing station and I'm going to take the lace and I'm going to turn it under to the wrong side and give it a really, really good press. All right, so now after I did that, I took it back over to my sewing machine and I took the lace and I went ahead and I pinned it just to stabilize the lace, to keep it on the wrong side, to get it ready to be hand sewn. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to double thread my hand sewing needles and I am going to get ready to do a blind stitch, a blind hem stitch by hand on these pants. All right, so whenever you're hemming, you want to go ahead and start at the side seam. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few knots right there at the side seam. And then on this lace tape, there's this top layer where I'm going to take my needle and I'm just going to kind of weave it in and out, weave it in and out, that top layer. And I'm going to do that needle's width, I mean. And then after you do that, after you weave it in and out that top layer, you're just going to pick up just a thread of the pants so that, of course, you can't see the thread on the right side. All right, so I'm going in and out, and at that same spot, I'm going to pick up just a little tiny piece of thread from the pants. Then I'm going to go from that same spot, go in and out, in and out. And again, I'm doing that in and out motion needle's length. And then I'm just picking up a piece of a thread of the pant leg. Now with these pants, that little dot that I'm picking up, that little piece of thread, sometimes you may see that on the right side of the pants, but sometimes it's so faint. Once you give your pants a really good steam, you're not going to be able to see it. Now the good thing about these pants is the design on them. I'm using black thread, so you won't be able to see anything. The hem will be totally invisible. All right, so I'm going to do that around the rest of the pair of pants. I'm going to in and out that top layer. Where I stopped at, I'm just going to pick up a piece of thread. At that point, that's where I'm going to start going in and out of that top layer. And at that same point where I ended, I'm just going to pick up a piece of thread of the pair of pants to hold that lace in place. Then again, in and out, and I'm doing that needles width. And the reason why I want to do a needles width is because, say for instance that you were doing like a pair of red pants, solid color pants, and you're using red thread. Sometimes you may see that little dot or that little thread showing from the right side. And sometimes you just have to give it a really good press and you will faintly see it. But on these pants, you're not going to see it. So, but like I said, if you were using if you were doing a hem on a solid pair of pants, you want to keep that little dot uniform. You want to keep it uniform. All right, so I'm going to do that all the way around. And then when I come back around to my original, where I started, I'm just going to knot it off, give it a couple of knots, and then that's it. And then you just take it back over to your pressing station and you give it a really, really good press and you are done. Now this is a couture sewing technique. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and I'll catch you in my next one.